Fork Lady Colts versus Lucas Lady Cubs.
It's a Southern Richland County rivalry contest as Lucas has made the 9.5-mile drive to the Colt Corral to take on Clear Fork. It's the Lady Cubs taking on the Lady Colts, and that's coming your way next.
A1 Auto Sales Mansfield is driving excitement. You asked for it, you got it. A 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty on all vehicles. A local veteran-owned dealership caring about the community, providing quality vehicles at rock-bottom pricing. Cars, trucks, SUVs, and vans of all makes and models. No bones about it. Daisy the Doodle says thanks, A1 Auto Sales Mansfield, for making my first-time car buying experience simple. Located at 100 South Illinois Ave, A1 Auto Sales Mansfield is the dealership for you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside the Colt Corral on the campus of Clear Fork High School for tonight's non-conference rivalry matchup between the 2-3 Lucas Cubs and the 4-5 Clear Fork Lady Colts. Hello, everybody. My name is Travis Berardi, joined tonight by a special guest, Clear Fork girls assistant coach Chris Laux, also scoreboard extraordinaire for the boys' side. But Chris, pretty big game here to start the new year. You have two teams, game under 500, still trying to find their identity.
Most definitely, yes. And Lucas, unfortunately, have not been able to play as many games as Clear Fork. They're only got 5 games in. And I was talking to the coach earlier before the game, and I know they were shut down for a couple weeks with the COVID situation, and so it's just been difficult for them to get into a rhythm and get some games.
Yeah, and the same situation for Clear Fork. Actually, head coach Scott Sellers sat out the last game when their victory at Mansfield Senior. They also, after that, had 2 games postponed to Lexington and Pleasant. So it's been a while since Clear Fork has played. 4-5, though, coming off a good victory against Mansfield Senior. We'll see if they can continue with that tonight. But we're going to pause right now for the playing of our national anthem. Moments away now from tip of Clear Fork and Lucas. As we pull up the starting lineups tonight, let's start with the visiting Lucas Lady Cubs. Not many on the roster. They have
Yes.
7 on the roster. Shelby Grover, Jamie Grover, both daughters of head coach Kathy Grover. Their sister Jessie Grover, the school's all-time leading scorer, graduates last year. They graduated 4 from that 21-win sectional championship squad last year. So, numbers are a little bit down this year.
Yeah, they are. And again, same thing as talking to Coach Grover before, and I guess it's going to be like that maybe for a couple years, but they got a big 7th grade class coming. So, but it's a small school, and sometimes that happens. You have classes that come through. So.
Also for the Lady Cubs tonight, Ryan Culler, normally a starter for them, sustained a high ankle sprain against Mansfield Christian in their loss to them. She was out. This is going to be her first game back, so she's not starting tonight, but she will get a little bit of playing time.
Yeah, I think she'll play definitely a little bit, at least a couple quarters tonight. They're going to try to just ease her in. She's still coming back, still a little gimpy on that ankle. So.
And for the Clear Fork Lady Colts, one substitution we just found out moments before coming on air. Olivia Davis will start for Josie Schwanner. Schwanner, a little bit of a thigh injury, so she'll be sitting out tonight.
Yeah, I went over to talk to Coach Sellers, and I saw that she wasn't dressed, and I asked what was going on there, and he said, yes, her little thigh injury, so she's got to come back from not dressing tonight. So.
However, for Clear Fork, Olivia Davis, a good substitute for them. She had 8 points in their victory against Mansfield Senior off the bench, so that scoring, they didn't drop much from losing Schwanner from the starting lineup. One of the keys, I guess, for tonight for the Lady Colts, as it has been the last few games, is the play of Becca Conrad.
Yeah, she's a difference maker. I mean, as they say, you can't coach 6'3", so and you don't see normally girls that size, in the high school game. So she can be a difference maker inside without a doubt. But Coach Sellers plays a lot of people. He runs a lot of people in and out, and he likes to play an up-tempo type of style and press. And so again, you're going to see a lot of people come in and out of the game for Clear Fork tonight. So
yeah, Coach Sellers actually in the last game, like I mentioned in the pregame, was out. COVID quarantine for the Mansfield Senior game. His brother Clint, who is undefeated, he said he's retiring after that game, but he played nine
Yes.
players in that game. So, yeah, they can go deep and they can substitute in and out.
Yeah, and that's pretty typical. Now, I think his lineup has gotten a little bit more, his rotation has gotten a little bit more steady. I know early in the year, I mean, he was playing a lot of people, up as many as 11 or 12. So,
looking at the Lucas Cubs schedule, opened up with a 43-42 victory at Central Christian. They then dropped a 59-35 decision at Loudonville. Lost by 10 to Mansfield Christian, 44-34, 3 days before Christmas. 3 days after Christmas, in the MCS Wayne Roller Invitational, they fell to Lexington, last year's OCC champion, 44-32. And then on Saturday, right here on the OH Report, they knocked off Crestline 38-27 as we are underway from the Colt Corral. Clear Fork wins the tip. Galco immediately inside to Conrad.
yeah, I think Clear Fork's really going to take advantage of her height inside. Doesn't look like Lucas really has anybody that can match up to her as far as height inside. And right there's a big factor. I mean, just getting on the offensive glass. So
Yeah, immediately Conrad, offensive rebound. And the Colts get a steal, but turn it right back over.
And you notice the press right off the bat by Clear Fork, off the make. So they're going to hawk you all over the court like that. So
they get the trap and the turnover. Hayden Galco with the nice drive. It's 4-0.
Looks like a 1-2-2 full court press. Oh, nice job by Lucas there, breaking the press, getting a layup. That's the one thing, if you're going to press, sometimes you're vulnerable to that layup.
That's Shelby Grover with Lucas's first bucket. It's 4-2. Colts with the miss. Lucas with a chance to tie it here early. No good.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to see Lucas play this year yet, but it looks like they want to play low up tempo as well, which is a little surprising with that short bench. But
Galco with the drive, in and out. And back come the Cubs. All the way through. Nice drive by Jamie Grover to tie things up.
And she's a senior of the sisters, so.
Lucas's senior leader out there. Conrad had a chance at it, just misfired.
Oh.
They're going to get Shelby Grover for the trap.
Looks like Christina got in position to take the charge there. And
take a look.
Yeah, this is kind of typical right here. So we got 3 people coming already off Clear Fork. So, like I said, he moves them in and out. So he's not afraid to substitute and keep that pressure up and keep that tempo up. So.
Kylie Belcher, Isabella Molina in for the Lady Colts.
And Trinity Cook, I think, number 5.
And Belcher hits from beyond the arc. Clear Fork with the lead again. It's 7-4.
So it looks like the Grover sisters are
off the offensive rebound as well. Now they get a steal. And Jamie Grover with the bucket. Forces a Coach Sellers timeout. Now that 3-point was actually a 2, so we are tied.
No, I think Lucas up 8-6.
Yeah, it's 8-6 actually. Thank you.
Yep. And again, we got 2 more coming in. We got Godfried and Davis coming back in for the Colts. And like I said, and maybe Lucas has decided to play upbeat, an up-tempo style to avoid Conrad in the middle and don't want to be involved in that half-court game. So, that's great. I mean, I was a little surprised, like I said, with their lack of depth. But if the girls are in good shape and they play that style, go for it. So.
And you've been seeing on the other end, it's pretty much, other than the one outside shot made by Belcher, it's been get the ball inside to Becca Conrad. She hasn't been able to make a couple of those buckets, allowing Lucas to get those runouts. But other than that, that's been the plan, to get it inside.
Yeah. I mean, I think Coach Sellers wants to work it inside out. If Becca has a shot that she can make, she can do that. But if not, draw the defense in, kick it back out, look for that outside shot. That's the best way to get that outside shot is to play inside out. So
5:15 left here, opening quarter. Lucas with the 8-6 early lead. Long rebound.
Yeah.
But taken away by Lucas. And we'll have another turnover. Olivia Davis hounded by Grover once again. Unable to corral that one. She turns it over.
10.
Third turnover by the Lady Colts.
So Color is in now, the number 10. See how she moves on that ankle. She's got the ball now.
By the way, she jump stopped right there. Looks like she's good.
Yeah.
Grover for 3. Too short. Clear Fork down by 2. Davis.
I think you'll see a lot more from the outside from Clear Fork with Conrad on the bench.
Davis, deep 3, swish. So Davis gives the Colts the 9-8 lead.
Missed shot there, but Lucas is doing a nice job breaking that press. They're not dribbling the ball. They're doing it with the pass, which is the best way to break that press. So.
Yeah, the fastest way of getting it down court is to not even get a dribble in there. And if you can get the speed and you get those crisp passes, it's going to open you up for those buckets.
Definitely.
So we take a look once again at the deep 3 by Davis, about 4 feet behind the arc, and it swishes on the A1 Auto Sales replay.
So Lucas is the man-to-man on defense.
We have a foul. It's going to go against Collar. Her first, team's third. 3:46 left here. Quick first quarter thus far. 9-8 Lady Colts lead. Galco. Just couldn't get it in, but they get the offensive rebound in the bucket by Belcher.
Yeah, Galco's very capable of just taking over a game when she wants to. I think actually, if anything, she's been a little bit inconsistent, but she can put up some points. And then Wortman there, 35 on the offensive rebound. That's what she does. She's a hustle player. She's one of those glue players who just kind of does all the little stuff. Got that offensive rebound, kicked it out to Belcher for the score. So
this time it's Galco from beyond the arc
right there. Yeah. So
and that forces a Grover timeout. An 8-0 run by the Lady Colts, and they now lead 14-8. Galco now with 5 points. Belcher with 4 to lead the way. For the Lady Cubs, it's both Grovers with 4 points.
Both Grovers 4, you said? Yeah.
As you see, head coach Scott Sellers 4-5 on the year. He's telling me before the game, you know, last 2 years the Colts 6-7 wins. So to be 4-5 right now, a big jump up from the past couple of years. And every loss that they've had, also they've had it to within a bucket in the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
so every game they've been in has been competitive.
Yeah, they have been in every game, and it's interesting looking at their stats before the game here. I think the biggest issue is that their shooting percentage has just unfortunately gone down as the game has gone on. So I think if Coach Sellers can improve that area, I think you're going to see him finish some games at the end. So
Callie Nolan fouled going to the hole. She'll go to the line for 2. First free throw's good.
Yeah, Coach Seller was a very intense player himself here at Clear Fork. In fact, I was helping with the boys program back when he played, and when he was hired on the job this year, you knew that there was going to be some intensity brought to the program. So,
Lady Cubs missed the second, but they get the offensive rebound. They're going to get called for the walk. Fourth turnover by the Lady Cubs. 2:43 left. But the Lady Colts turn it right back over. And as I say that, another turnover.
Right.
So both sides a little jumpy after that inbounds. Galco for 3 again.
I'm a little surprised he hasn't come back with Conrad, but I guess he wants to maybe match the up-tempo game. So, well, and just as I say that, here she comes. So,
it's funny how the coaches listen to the commentators.
yeah, that's right.
We're going to get a walk. So Conrad will come back in. And we've seen that as well.
Christina there, the daughter of another good athlete here at Clear Fork. So
we've seen that before, too, in the Conrad missing the first few games because of quarantine. And Coach Sellers still trying to ease her back into where he can play her for long periods of time.
Right. And be one of those situations maybe, you know, kind of save her a little bit for the end of the game, you know, so.
Under 2 minutes to play here. Opening quarter, 14-9. Colts lead. An 8-0 run by the Lady Colts have given them this lead here. 8-1 run thus far since the start. Oh, we're going to get a foul. I'll go against Wertman. That'll be her first.
She's coming out now for Molina.
Another wholesale change by Coach Sellers. And nice job.
There's some good man-to-man defense. A little face guarding. Get the 5-second count.
Turnover number 5 by the Cubs. Christina to the hole, got it.
Nice with the left hand as well.
She had 11.
Back to that 1-2-2 full court press.
She had 11 in their win against Mansfield Senior. Cubs able to beat the press. Nolan took it to the hole.
Yeah, she took it right
at
at
Conrad in the way.
Right. Yeah, so and that's what she can do back there. If she just, if she's smart about what her positioning and good movement with her feet and stays out of foul trouble, she can affect those shots. So
have a referee stoppage. I think it's actually supposed to be Lucas's ball. Yeah. 1 minute even left here.
Oh, left wide open.
Nolan for 3. Lady Cubs get the offensive rebound, but they turn it over. Nice pass inside. And Davis will go to the line for 2.
Good sportsmanship there by number 12.
That is Tori Sauter.
Hard foul, but helped her up, and that's what it's all about right there.
Davis hits the first. Gets them both. 18-9. 45 seconds running first quarter clock. See if the Lady Cubs will hold for the last shot or go for it. Trailing by 9. Sauter into the lane. We're going to get a block call. That'll go against Crestina. That's her first. Team's 4th. Nolan inside. Kicks it back out to Grover. 25 seconds. Good offensive possession, but just couldn't get it in the bucket.
No. Christina for the 3.
Conrad.
Yeah, that's just tough. If you can't box her out, that's just not a whole lot you can do about that. So.
And that'll do it for the first quarter.
It's a 12-1 run, Travis, at the end.
Big run. A 14-1 run by the Lady Colts has them ahead 20-9 after 1. We're going to take a break. You're watching girls high school basketball live and free on the OH Report.
A1 Auto Sales Mansfield is driving excitement. You asked for it, you got it. A 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty on all vehicles. A local veteran-owned dealership caring about the community, providing quality vehicles at rock-bottom pricing. Cars, trucks, SUVs, and vans of all makes and models. No bones about it. Daisy the Doodle says thanks, A1 Auto Sales Mansfield, for making my first-time car buying experience simple. Located at 100 South Illinois Ave, A1 Auto Sales Mansfield is the dealership for you.
Coming back to this replay, just watch Conrad just overpowering the Lucas defense there.
Coach Grover was talking to the referees there at the break in the quarter, and just trying to lobby for over the back, but that really, unfortunately, unless you just really box her out, I mean, she didn't make any contact. She just reached over because she's significantly taller. So.
And then they go back to her immediately to start the second quarter.
Yep.
And the run continues. Conrad now with 6, leads all scorers.
Clear Fork switched their defense, went to looks like a 1-3-1 in the half court.
And they get the turnover.
Yeah. Throw a little something different with it. They were man-to-man the whole first quarter. Coach Sellers giving a little different look defensively.
Christina for 3, got it. And that's something else that Conrad can do well.
Inside out, Travis.
Exactly.
I talked about that earlier. The inside out's that's the best way to get an open 3. Send it inside first, kick it back out.
Especially when you have a player like Conrad.
Exactly, because people are going to try to collapse on her. Lucas responds. Finally breaks that.
That's Kohler with the shot.
Yeah, that run. Same thing right there. Oh, yeah, walked.
Take a look at the inside-out game that you're talking about. 3 players converge on Conrad, gives you the open look.
Yeah.
Nothing but net. More likely than not, that's going to end up with points.
Yep. And actually, statistically, I was looking earlier, the Clear Fork, their best 3-point shooting percentage quarter is the second quarter, which is interesting. So,
Kohler fouled. She will go to the line. And that's going to be Christina's second foul. I'd like to welcome everybody in, watching live and free on the OH Report YouTube and Facebook channels. First free throw, no good.
Return to the game for Lady Colts is number 33, Davis.
See, a lot of you have already commented on Facebook. This Kohler misses both.
see if they stay with that inside-out game.
Another offensive rebound.
Again, there's Wortman. That's her game. I mean, she's just a hustle player. She gets in there, ties things up, offensive rebounds, just does all those little things. Clear Fork staying in the full court press. 2-2-1 looks like now.
Nolan will come back in. Annika Labacki also in for the Lady Colts.
Yep.
Cubs break the trap. Grover, mid-range jumper.
They're not getting
fall.
the layups like they did early in that first quarter, though, Travis. They're breaking it a little bit and getting layups, and now it's been a little bit more difficult getting the easy shots off breaking the press. So,
yeah, that's probably what Coach Sellers said in that timeout before their run. So there's a turnover by the Colts. We need to get back quicker because they're running on us.
Yep.
And since then, it's completely changed the complexion. They're getting back faster. They're stopping, and Lucas just unable to hit those mid-range shots.
Right. Yep. And part of a press too is obviously you're trying to get a turnover, but you're also just trying to speed the team up and force them into taking a shot that they don't want to take. So. Again, there's two things that you can get out of a press, and it's not always a steal. Sometimes it's just a bad shot, and then you get the rebound, and off you go. So,
Trinity Cook called for the foul.
See if they work it inside again. There we go.
Conrad.
Yeah.
She just makes it look so easy.
Yeah, I know. I almost feel sorry for the Lucas girls. So.
Kohler for 3.
Right.
Deflected out of bounds, and it's going to go to Clear Fork.
And again, you can kind of see what Coach Sellers is hoping to have happen with that up-tempo game. Is the same thing. You tire them out a little bit. You rush them. You get them, taking shots that maybe out of the flow, and then you get the rebound and away you go. So.
And this is the offense that Coach Sellers was envisioning at the beginning of the season.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, no, he has stayed true to what he wanted to play. And again, it wasn't always successful early, and against some teams that are really good. I know I watched that Triway game over at Triway, and they probably had 6 or 7 girls that could handle the ball very well. And the press worked early against Triway, but same thing. Triway they got used to it. They realized what they needed to do, and by the end of the game, they had figured it out, and they were getting some very easy shots. So
Galco fouled. She'll go to the line, but also just finally getting some games under her belt for Becca Conrad. She's finally finding that offensive mindset that opens up everything else.
Yes. Yep. And again, when you play the number of players that he plays as well, sometimes, different combinations, you got to find a rhythm with that combination that's on the floor. So.
Is number 12.
And I still think he's figuring that out as well in terms of what are his good combinations.
Galco's second. Toilet bowls around and goes.
That's right.
29-11. Once again, Lady Cubs break the press, and they get the bucket. Shelby Grover.
That looked good right there. I mean, they got the ball in the middle of the floor and attacked the middle.
And that's something you teach pretty much in practice. When you get into transition, you got to have 2 wings. You got to have that point.
Yep.
If you do that, you're going to most likely beat the defense, and that's exactly what they did.
They did, yes.
And I know, playing high school basketball, we ran that countless times every day. Every day.
Oh,
it's one, coach gets you running.
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
And 2, it just gets into your mind. It pounds it into your mind. You got to get 2 wings. You got to get that point. You're going to score.
Yep. Well, when you get to the middle of the floor, you want to look opposite first because generally that's where the weakness is. But if it's open, like in that case, you got it in the middle floor and just was able to take it right down in the middle of the floor off the dribble. So.
Colts number 23, Schaefer. That's her first, team 6.
Fouls against Morgan Schaefer.
Turning 4, Lucas is number 4, Lane.
Coach Sellers already using 10 players. Yeah. I'm almost out on my scorebook now with all the names. I got to write underneath. But this is a good game for Clear Fork. You get an early lead. It allows you to get those other players in there, get experience.
Yes, definitely. And like I said, that's what he's been doing all year long. So.
.343 running. Second quarter clock. 16-point Lady Colt lead here in this rivalry matchup. Crestina for 3. Lady Cubs with the defensive rebound. They're 6th. Nice give and go.
Yes, it was.
And once again, just unable to get it to fall.
Running what they want to run, they just couldn't get it to fall.
That's about the 4th time that Lucas had an open look at the bucket and just, lit on the top of the hoop.
Well, you notice, too, that with Conrad out of the game, they're attacking the hoop much more.
Yep.
So.
And that's what you've seen with other teams as well, and the times that Conrad has been on the bench. That's the only time they're able to score underneath.
Yes. Yep. She makes you think when you're driving that lane.
Lady Cubs will reset. Under 3 to play in the half. And turns it over. Unforced error.
Yep. Trinity Cook with the
But what a hustle. Jamie Grover turns it over, but immediately gets back and gets the steal. Ball knocked out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Cubs. So I like the hustle there by Jamie Grover. Unforced error there, but instead of pounding,
giving up on the play,
jogging back, she sprints back, gets the steal. No harm, no foul.
That's right.
Nolan, nice jumper there.
Good execution off the inbound.
Her 3rd point. It's a 14-point game. Oh, nice look inside. Just watch the cut.
Yeah, good cut
right
by
into the
Wortman.
lane.
Yes, yeah.
And those are those non-set offensive plays that you make. You run through your offensive sets kind of like, you don't want to be robotic through it, but sometimes you see that opening down the lane. You got to just run down there and look for the ball, and that time they were rewarded.
And Lily's a soccer player too, and she's coming off an ACL injury from last year, but she plays forward on the soccer team, and that's the same sort of thing. I mean, you got to see where that opening is and make those runs. So
we're going to have a timeout by Coach Kathy Grover.
60-second timeout.
Lady Colts coming into this one 4-5 on the year. Started off with a tough loss to Madison, 49-33. Then I guess back-to-back tough losses. They lost 38-34 to Highland. Then in the game you saw here on the OH Report, I actually did it beginning of December. Defeated Fredericktown 48-40. They then had a couple postponements. Fell to River Valley 53-44.
Who's very good this
year.
year.
Yeah, they are. They're very good in the MOAC, both boys and girls.
Yes.
Defeated Hillsdale 72-50. They dropped Galleon 77-29. Then that tough game that you saw, the 61-51 game, the Triway.
And they were down on 20 at one point in that game and came back at the end. So.
And then a game 2 days before Christmas, they fell to Ontario 58-46 in a close one. Ontario pulled away late with free throws. And then
the MOAC's a good league.
Yes,
it really
it is. And then their
league.
big win against Mansfield Senior 43-38. But, yeah, the MOAC up and top to bottom. Marion Harding.
Yeah, who we haven't even seen
in the
yet.
conference.
Yeah.
Me and Brian saw them defeat Shelby, the Lady Whippets. You have River Valley, you have Clear Fork.
It's a very good league. I think it was a good decision for Clear Fork to get in that league a couple years ago, for the overall sports program. So, actually, I mean, Highland's coming in next year, but I thought another good addition would have been Lucas.
That's what we were discussing that as well. Good on the football side, good on basketball, even baseball.
Nice three by Davis.
Davis with her second three of the game. She has 8. It's 32-15. Oh, another nice post move by Grover, but once again just couldn't get it to fall. Davis with authority drives to the hole. She'll go to the line. Foul's going to be against Nolan. Her first.
Foul's been called on number 5, Jamie Grover.
Correction, they're going to call it on Jamie Grover.
How's Lucas doing as far as foul trouble is concerned?
Nobody really in foul trouble. A couple of 2. Either side, just because of the amount of players that Coach Sellers has played. But
yeah, I'm more concerned on the Lucas side just because their numbers.
But talking, Highland leaves next year for the MOAC from the KMAC. You're thinking maybe Lucas goes to the KMAC, but then they pull Loudonville away from the Mid-Buckeye Conference. So Loudonville's now in the KMAC, and Lucas still hanging out there.
Oh, so Lucas hasn't found a league yet?
They have not.
Is that right? Yeah. And that's one of those tough things. Like I said, you would think they would be good for the MOC, but, a school the size of Lucas are going to go through spells. They have really good seasons, really good classes like they had the last couple of years, and they might go through a little bit of down period. And the rest of those schools are considerably bigger than them. But I think that they could compete. I really do. So,
Tori Sauter takes it to the hole. She's going to get fouled by Becca Conrad. That's the only way you can do it. You got to try and drive around her and then take it up.
Yeah.
So she will have a chance at 2 free throws. Both teams now with 7 fouls, so bonus both ways for the last minute 33.
And that's only her first. I mean, I think that's the other thing too is I don't think she's really gotten in foul trouble much this year.
And number 23, Schaefer.
That's another big thing.
Coach Sellers is going to get her out here the last minute.
If she can continue to not draw those fouls and still be that presence underneath, it's just going to help.
Yep.
Because then players won't want to drive at her because they know they can't get the foul. Gottfried for 3 off the front iron. One too many steps there.
Yeah.
And the Lady Colts will get the ball back with 1:08 left in the half.
I'm not sure if he's going to play for one here or not.
Got to get it across half court first.
That's right.
They do. Galco with it.
It's a lot of time. Sometimes I think that's a smart move, but I think it all depends on how much time is on the clock.
Yeah, if you had 30 seconds, that would be something to do.
Unfortunately, a lot of times you start too early, and it just turns into a turnover.
Yep,
so.
Exactly. And this is a good time to practice as
Yeah.
Galco does pull up for 3. Offensive rebound. 2 offensive rebounds.
Schaefer first, and then Lily Wortman again.
Galco with a tough shot there. Lucas now with a chance. Grover to the lane, and she hits.
Avoided the charge. Did a nice job on that.
13-point game. So the Lady Cubs work their way back
now
here.
I think you work for one, but
9 seconds. Lady Cubs with a chance here to the hole.
Oh.
And Tori Sauter will have 2
Lucas.
shots.
Well done by Lucas that last minute and a half, getting 2 possessions out of it.
Godfrey, that's her second team's 8.
Godfrey called for her second foul.
Tori Sauter to the line.
So a chance to cut this to 11 by the break. Misses the first, though. Misses both.
Oh. Oh, couldn't get it off.
So that'll do it for the first half. Lucas with a bit of the run at the end to cut into the lead. They only trail now by 13. It's 32-19 in favor of the Lady Colts. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with some halftime stats and more. You're watching girls high school basketball live and free on the OH Report.
A1 Auto Sales Mansfield is driving excitement. You asked for it, you got it. A 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty on all vehicles. A local veteran-owned dealership caring about the community, providing quality vehicles at rock-bottom pricing. Cars, trucks, SUVs, and vans of all makes and models. No bones about it. Daisy the Doodle says thanks, A1 Auto Sales Mansfield, for making my first-time car buying experience simple. Located at 100 South Illinois Ave, A1 Auto Sales Mansfield is the dealership for you.
Watching high school basketball live and free exclusively on the OH Report. We are the future of local sports. Now back to your game.
It is halftime here at the Colt Corral with your score, Clear Fork 32, Lucas 19. Travis Berardi alongside Chris Laux. And Chris, as we take a look at the halftime stats, Lady Colts, taking care of business, but beyond the arc. The play of Becca Conrad has opened that up. 4 threes for them, 12 total field goals. Free throw line, not that good for either side. 3 of 8 for the Cubs, 4 of 8 for the Lady Colts. But the rebounding, 9-2 on the offensive end, 24-12 total, and that once again the play of Becca Conrad. Just
when you get those second chance shots, that is so key. I know 2 stats I always looked at when I coach was 1, points off of turnovers, because if you can capitalize on mistakes, and again offensive rebounds and the ability to score off of those offensive rebounds, and again I think you saw a little bit of both tonight with Clear Fork in that first half. So
turnovers pretty much even. It's 12-11. Lucas with 12, Lady Colts with 11. Lucas with 8 total field goals. A run towards the end, though, it was a 16-17 point game for the Lady Colts, but then they went on a little bit of a drought. The Lady Cubs with a few buckets to cut into this lead, and it's only a 13-point game. If Lucas can, get back to what they were doing at the beginning of the game, they can make this a game once again.
Yes, definitely. And I think I mentioned earlier that's been the one thing about Clear Fork when I was looking at the stats, year to date. Unfortunately, and I'm sure Coach Sellers is addressing this, but their shooting percentage goes down as the game goes on. So again, same thing. If they can keep up, if they can work on that and keep the shooting percentage where it's at, or improve it in the second half, then again they should be able to obviously maintain this margin and come away with a win. But again, same thing. They're going to have to be careful of that. And if Lucas can can create some turnovers, get some easy shots, attack the basket when Conrad's not in there, they have a chance of getting back in this game. So.
Individual scoring real quick. First for Lucas, Shelby Grover with 8 points, Katie Nolan with 5, Jamie Grover with 4, and Ryan Culler with 2. As for the Lady Colts, Becca Conrad, Livia Davis both with 8 points, Morgan Galco with 7, Pacey Crestina with 5, and Kylie Belcher with 4. We're going to take one more quick break. We'll be back with the second half. You're watching girls high school basketball live and free right here on the OH Report.
A1 Auto Sales Mansfield is driving excitement. You asked for it, you got it. A 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty on all vehicles. A local veteran-owned dealership caring about the community, providing quality vehicles at rock-bottom pricing. Cars, trucks, SUVs, and vans of all makes and models. No bones about it. Daisy the Doodle says thanks, A1 Auto Sales Mansfield, for making my first-time car buying experience simple. Located at 100 South Illinois Ave, A1 Auto Sales Mansfield is the dealership for you.
Halftime here at the Colt Corral. Clear Fork with the 32-19 lead as we see where everybody's watching from tonight on our Facebook and YouTube channels. Tabitha Wertman saying, "Let's go Colts." Michael Conrad as well. Lorna Stepp. Donette Madiau.
Yeah, that's the scorekeeper's wife.
Oh, there you go. And trust me, they're doing fine right now.
That's right.
Monica Kirkpatrick Sturts, go Cubs. Rhonda Barnett, let's go Lady Colts. Nicole Myers, go Colts. And Stepp once again as the Lady Colts lead by 13. Let us know where you're watching from tonight. Both on the YouTube and Facebook channels. On the YouTube side, Trey Sellers saying go Colts. A lot of folks watching this rivalry tonight. Only 9.5 miles separate the two schools.
That's right. You know, it's interesting, Travis. I'm not from the area. I've lived here now 33 years.
And I've only been here 5, so yeah.
Yeah, and I've tried to learn a little bit. I mean, I'm very actively involved with the Clear Fork system, but I've tried to kind of learn a little history. And I guess way back when Belleville and Butler consolidated to become Clear Fork, the original plan was Belleville, Butler, Lucas. And the 3 of them were going to come together and become Clear Fork. And then at the last minute, Lucas said, "No, we want to stay, independent, or keep, we want our own school district." So, so there's always been a connection and a history between the programs. So,
and I know these 2 teams supposed to start their football rivalry, I believe, next year, but because of COVID and changing everything around, with Lucas coming into the MOAC for this 1-year stint, they played this year. It's a really good game to start off the year.
It was,
despite the long lightning delay that they had. But right. Lucas pulling that one off. So, looking forward to that, and on the basketball side too with these teams.
Yes. Here's that
Davis
inside out right there, Travis. Best way to get that open 3.
And immediately on the other end, once again, Lucas just unable.
Good start for the Colts. Both teams came back with their starters. Oh, nice drive to the bucket by Crestina. Good 5-0 start.
Quick 5-0 start by the Lady Colts. Color with the fake, takes it to the hole, but just off the back iron. And once again, the Lady Colts out running. Galco for 3. Oh, in and out. That would have been pretty much a dagger to start if you would have hit that.
That would have been.
On the other end, a turnover by the Lady Cubs. So a quick 5-0 run in the first minute of the second half has the Lady Colts up by 18. Galco with the reverse, and she can't get it to finish.
Doesn't look like they really got into what they were trying to run there. So Galco kind of took it on her own.
Lucas in desperate need of a bucket right here.
Yeah, they have definitely decided they're going to push the pace. Like I said, I've been a little surprised by that, but took it right at Conrad there, drew the foul.
Shelby Grover will go to the line for 2. That'll be Conrad's only her second foul.
Yes.
But it looks like
again,
Coach Sellers is going to get her out.
Hockey line change again.
Wholesale changes here. So maybe look for that full court press to come back out. As Grover hits the first.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll see the press coming out of this. Oh, I'm sorry, Lucas may. I'm not sure if they'll press or not, to be honest with you. Nope. Well, full court, at least one. Grover has done that all night. She's tried to put some pressure on Galco or the person bringing up the ball.
She has caused a couple turnovers with that.
Yeah, she has.
She's going to need more, though, if they want to get back into this.
Yeah, she's very athletic.
Trinity Cook inside gets stolen away. Grover, pull-up jumper. And the Colts come out with it. Lady Colts will reset. 5:43 running third quarter clock. Galco inside. She'll go to the line.
With that particular lineup on the floor for Clear Fork, she's definitely the person they're going to look to take the shots. Nothing against those other girls, but Galco is probably the most offensive-minded player on the floor right now for Clear Fork. So,
foul is on Harvey, her first. Makes the first. 8 points now for her. One of two, and we have a foul 95 feet away from the bucket.
Yeah. Staying with that 2-2-1 press, see if they can generate a turnover, get an easy bucket out of it. They've been in all pretty much all game.
Trinity Cook called for her second foul of the game. Nice ball
nice
movement.
job breaking the press right there. Yep.
Shelby Grover again. 38-23. 12 points now for Grover. She leads all scorers. Lady Colts trying to get into their offense. Davis again for three. Tried the glass. No good. Becca Conrad back to the scorer's table.
Yeah.
And high off the glass, Culler gets the bucket. So a bit of a run here by the Lady Cubs.
That's right.
Back to 13.
Yeah, I think
Coach Sellers will call a timeout.
He wants to
So a quick
get a
5-0
lineup.
run
Yep.
by the Colts, but after that the Cubs settled in, gets it back down to 13, 38-25.
And that's, again, same thing. He's played a lot of people. He likes to shuffle a lot of people in and out of the lineup. The good thing of that is obviously you keep a lot of energy out there. The bad thing is sometimes you got a good group out there that's scoring, and then all of a sudden you take them out of the game, and the people that come in, can't keep that up. They just don't, get that same flow of the game. So he's coming back with three of his starters out of this timeout. See if we can get some more offensive-minded people on the floor. So
Come out of the timeout. Bonnie Elia, hopefully I said your name right. Your last name, go Colts, from Galleon. So in enemy territory rooting for the Colts tonight. Lady Colts will inbound.
looks like Galco's out, so either Davis or Labaki will handle the ball handling chores.
Krastina, right side. And they're going to get Labaki on the walk. 14th turnover by the Colts. And now the Cubs, once again, the chance to, with a 3 to cut it to 10.
That'd be the closest.
That'd be the closest since about midway through the second quarter.
Half. Yeah, or second quarter, yeah.
Nice pass inside.
Yes. Good baseline move. Found Grover underneath.
You got to give it to her, too, for taking it right at Conrad.
Yeah. Wortman came over to stop the drive. Davis didn't get down quick enough. Rotate on the rotation.
So now Shelby Grover, the person you want at the line right now. And there's the announcer's jinx. Misses the first.
Right. Got that starting lineup back in for Clear Fork now, so let's see if they can kind of get back in that rhythm again that started the second half with.
Can't get either the fall. So we'll see if get back to giving it to Conrad inside, allowing her to take the shot or kick out. Grover with the tough task of guarding her. Krastina for 3. Offensive rebound.
Yeah. Again, that's Wortman's game right there. She just.
So Wortman gets the offensive bound, gets fouled. She'll go to the line for 2. Shelby Grover now with 3 fouls.
Break the drought here.
Wortman's first point of the game. It's 39-25, 14-point lead. Got the second.
All right, back into that full court press, see what they get out of it. Oh, broke it too easy there. Let them have the middle of the floor too easy.
Speed kills. Grover into the lane over Conrad.
Nice.
Got it to go.
Very nice drive to the bucket, took it right at Conrad. Probably being a little bit more tentative. Now she's got 2 fouls, but
14 points now, back to a 13-point game. No bucket, but it's going to be a foul on Shelby Grover. That's her 4th. So a tough break there.
That is a tough break.
Lane will come back in, but
Make
Your
a note,
only
make,
score
make a
so
note,
far.
Make a note of that. 3:22 in the third quarter, and Grover's got to sit down. That's gonna be tough in terms of their Lucas getting back in the game. Oh, nice inbounds play there.
easy bucket as well.
Curl off the pick by Conrad.
And then a Lucas turnover. So back to a 15-point game,
Yeah.
3:09 left here, third quarter. And a really tough break for Lucas as Shelby Grover sits now 4 fouls. She has 14 points.
Yeah.
Half of the team scoring.
Yes, let's see who picks it up for them. Maybe her sister will kind of take over offensively now for them. Nice drive to the bucket by Galco.
Acrobatic finish. She now has 10. Second Lady Colt into double figures. Galco with 10, Olivia Davis with 11.
Oh, yeah. Took her eye off the ball.
Wertman
That's
had
right,
the
nice
open
steal.
hoop, but
Nice steal. Got a little bit ahead of herself there.
take a look again at
Yeah.
Galco's finish.
There you go.
A little up and under as Coach Grover calls a timeout. It'll be a 60-second full timeout.
Yeah, Travis, let's kind of watch that from 3:22 until Grover can get back in the game and kind of see what happens here. That was a blow to Lucas right there with her sitting out, because she's definitely been the one that's been doing a nice job for them, keeping them in the game here.
Yes, now a 17-point lead. A 4-0 run since Grover has sat down with her 4th foul. I'd like to remind everybody we have 2 other games right now going on our Facebook timeline right here. East Knox boys, as well as Crestview.
Boys playing?
That's
Crestview
the Crestview girls.
Crestview girls. They're having a nice season this year, aren't they?
They are.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ashland Arrows taking on Crestview. Crestview had another opponent, but they had to cancel that because of COVID, so Ashland took that on.
What is Ashland's record? You know, they've got
Ashland is 1-6.
Oh, wow, that's interesting. Because actually a Crestview grad, the Stimper girls coaching this year.
Ashland University great,
Yes,
Renee
right,
Stimper,
yes,
national
yes.
champion.
Yep. But a Crestview grad, which is
Yes.
interesting. So playing her alma
Yeah.
mater tonight.
I have a feeling that's why they took
Yeah.
the short notice to do that.
Exactly, yeah.
A turnover. And then we have Mansfield Christian boys are at East Knox right now
Okay.
in that game. Busy week here for the OH Report. We have a lot going on for you folks.
Well, with this COVID craziness, I'm sure you try to get whatever games you can get.
Exactly.
So, again, Lucas is doing a much better job breaking down the press, but then they're just not converting.
Exactly. They just can't get
yeah.
the ball into the hoop right now.
Yep.
That's pinballed off. And that'll stay with the Lady Cubs.
Returning to the game for the Lady Colts, number 33.
Davis coming back in for Labaki.
1:51 on a stop third quarter clock. 44-27, Lady Colts.
Oh, there's a nice three.
Color for three.
Yeah.
Big bucket there.
It was a big bucket. And, coming from a starter who, who's first game back, so.
But Christina quickly back with the transition. Gets the lead back up to 16. We'll call that a pass, but still unable to be shot.
Yeah.
And a foul on Jamie Grover.
It's only her second.
Team's fourth. Jamie Grover, 4 points thus far.
Okay.
Only 2 fouls.
She started off really well, and then her sister kind of took over. So
they're going to need her to pick it up.
yes. Well, and Keller, hopefully too. I know she's still moving a little gingerly on that ankle, but okay. Nice drive to the bucket there by number 12, Sauter. Could not convert. Davis to the hole, missed. Crestina with the rebound, offensive putback.
Little acrobatic finish right there.
Yeah.
Under 30 seconds left. It's a 20-point lead now for the Lady Colts.
That's the first time it's gotten to 20, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, largest lead for the Lady Colts. Lucas with the turnover, but it's not going to convert any points as we have run out of time here in the third quarter. Your score after 3, Clear Fork 50.
Looks like
Lucas
Grover's
30.
coming back in for the fourth quarter. So,
And we'll see that when we return. You're watching girls high school basketball live and free on the OH Report.
A1 Auto Sales Mansfield is driving excitement. You asked for it, you got it. A 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty on all vehicles. A local veteran-owned dealership caring about the community, providing quality vehicles at rock-bottom pricing. Cars, trucks, SUVs, and vans of all makes and models. No bones about it. Daisy the Doodle says, thanks, A1 Auto Sales Mansfield, for making my first-time car buying experience simple. Located at 100 South Illinois Ave, A1 Auto Sales Mansfield is the dealership for you.
Start of the fourth quarter here at the Colt Corral. Clear Fork in control of this one over Lucas, 50-30.
and Travis Shelby Grover is back in the game. She checked back in at the end of the third quarter, so they do have their leading scorer back in. She's got 4 fouls, so she has to be careful of that. But we had talked about when she went out with 3:22 left in the third quarter. Clear Fork was able to extend the lead and to this 20-point margin. So we'll see maybe if Lucas can, with Shelby back in the game, can cut into that margin. So.
Yeah, it was a 13-point game at the time.
So now it's a 20.
Clear Fork gained, Clear Fork gained 7 points after that.
Yeah, so.
And I'm pretty sure it was a 10-3 run.
Okay. From that mark on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice job by Lucas to get back in transition. Something the Lady Colts have been doing a lot here lately, getting it out, getting the easy bucket, but this time Tori Harvey able to get back and cause the turnover.
Back that 2-2-1. Doesn't look like it's a real hard press now. I think he just wants to try to, Clear Fork is just trying to slow him up a little bit. Nice pass there. Nice pass there for the easy bucket.
Harvey's first points of the game. 50-32 as Becca Conrad checking back in.
Good offensive rebound by Belcher. Galco pulls it out, calls a set.
Lady Cubs get the stop. Ball will stay with Lucas on the jump ball as Crestina and Conrad will check back in.
Belcher in the JV game, the JV played Loudonville because Lucas obviously doesn't have the numbers, and she hit a bucket with 10 seconds left in the game to win for the JVs.
It was a good game.
Yeah.
Loudonville head coach Tyler Bates in attendance tonight. They defeated Lucas earlier this year, doing a little scouting work after watching his JV play.
That's right.
59-35 was the final at Loudonville.
Okay.
And I believe we'll have that game for you on the OH Report coming up. And Lucas,
yeah, I think
able to get that out of the hands.
Crestina wanted to pass that ball to Conrad. I'm not sure if she saw it at first. So Clear Fork is staying in this 2-2-1, but they're really not pressing hard out of it. I think more than anything what they're trying to do is just make Lucas kind of work the ball coming up. Again, kind of force them into a bad shot if they can. But actually, Lucas has done a much better job really breaking the press. The difference has just been they haven't been able to convert on some of these shots.
Exactly. Only 8 field goals at the break, none from beyond the arc. They do have 1-3 here in the second half.
Right there, middle of the floor. Good.
The one difference now is, though, Becca Conrad sitting there in the paint, so they really can't take
right
it in there.
That's
and there's an example. Return to sender.
Yes.
Oh, look
Nice.
at Conrad run down the length of the court.
Good play. Oh no, we got somebody down here from Lucas. Number 12.
Just watch Conrad after the block hustle down.
Nice play by Crestina to feed her. Yeah, good play.
That is exactly what you want to see.
Yep. Got the block at one end, ran the floor, got rewarded with the bucket. So
head coach Scott Sellers got to be extremely pleased with that play.
Yes.
As now she is in double figures. Now 4 Lady Colts in double figures.
Nice to have that balance. There we go. Good hustle play by Morgan Schaefer there.
And this is something also for both coaches. Pretty much here in garbage time now.
Yeah.
20-point game, 5.5 minutes to go. I mean, it'll take a miracle, but it could happen for Lucas to come back if they start hitting shots. But right now, this is for both coaches to see your players hustling.
Yes.
You got to see the hustle by both sides.
Yep.
Some of those players that usually don't get a lot of playing time, this is your chance to earn more playing time.
Exactly. And I think and tell you, you heard Coach Sellers there getting after him. I mean, he's going to expect them to play hard all the way to the end. So, I mean, that's just the type of player he was. That's the way he coaches. And it doesn't matter what the score is. You better get after it. So,
Shelby Grover back in the game. She hits the 3.
Yeah.
She now has 17 to lead all scorers. Conrad just
that's right.
a little too soft on the shot.
Oh, travel.
20th turnover by the Lady Cubs tonight.
Yeah. I mean, I know you've got to kind of obviously, pick up the pace of the game to get back in the game, but I'm almost thinking that Lucas's best thing to do right now is just kind of slow down in the half court, work and get a good shot so it just doesn't get out of control here. So
4:30, running fourth quarter clock.
Yeah,
Conrad underneath misses it again,
Yeah,
but she got her own rebound, puts it in.
Yeah. Poor number 14 just for Lucas. She's like, what am I supposed to do on that? It's just
it's tough.
Yeah, it is.
Whew.
Yeah, that's
Jamie Grover barely got across the line for that. Maybe a foul against Crestina.
Yeah, came through the body. Yeah, like you said, Travis, I think as far as the Clear Fork side of things, I think you're going to try some different combinations, get some people in there, see how they play together. Obviously, make sure you're playing hard all the way to the end. And opportunity for some girls that don't get to play as much varsity get in and get them time. But, like I said earlier, he's gone deep into his bench the whole game. So, he's not afraid to play, all the way down the bench. So.
Yeah, everybody's played. At least the 12 players on our roster
Yes.
that we've seen, everybody's been in there for at least 3-4 minutes at the least.
Yes. Yep. So.
Foul's going to be on Wortman.
Foul's been called on Lady Colts, number 35, Wortman. That's her second team.
Team's 5th, so a couple more fouls before we have the bonus.
Yep. It's all right. Good shot by Grover. That's the person you want taking the shots tonight for Lucas. Oh, nice shot by Wortman.
56-35, and that was some nice ball movement, too, by Clear Fork to get that bucket. We'll show that to you when we have a moment. Conrad jumper, in and out.
Yep.
Lucas will reset.
Nice pass in there to Shelby Grover. Nice player, Travis. Nice player.
19 points now for her. And Coach Sellers is going to call a timeout to get players in.
Yep. Same thing, I think.
And here's that ball movement by Lucas, just getting it inside.
Coach Grover was trying to get the timeout too, and Coach Sellers kind of did it so they could get players in the game. So, again, showing some good sportsmanship there. So,
as you see, Coach Sellers, this Clear Fork looks like they're going to get back to 500 at 5-5, just about the midway point. And from the game, the teams you had in a couple years past, 5-5 at the midway point, that's a big win for your team.
Oh, yes.
And especially with the 5 games that you've lost, you've been in and pretty much to the end.
Well, like you said, you're coming off a season where they only had 6 wins for the whole year last year, so you're already at 5 wins. So yeah, like I said earlier, the expectation got ramped up this year when Coach Seller was hired as the girls' coach. It started in the summer, and he challenged the girls in the summer, and he got them believing that, again, with some hard work they could turn this thing around. So, and
only 3 seniors: Galco, who tonight has 10, Schwanner, who unable to play tonight, and then Hallie Godfrey, she has a couple points. So the bulk of your offense coming back next year as well. So this is a big building year for Clear Fork.
Yes, it is. A lot of young talent. And a lot of girls getting varsity experience as a result. Like I said, with the style that he plays and the number of people he rotates in and out, there's a lot of girls getting varsity experience.
And you know what? Multiple sports for the girls.
Yes.
Softball team's always been good. As Clear Fork turns it over. But the basketball team's getting better. Your soccer team, you've seen it up close and personal.
Yep.
They've been progressing year in, year out, and they're now a district contender with the likes of Lexington and Ontario.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Charge.
Yes. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 soccer players out there.
So they're in condition.
That's right, exactly. Several of those girls also play softball. So yeah, you need to share your athletes at a school the size of Clear Fork. So
and I played in a school that was pretty much equal to a D6 or D7 school back in West Virginia.
Okay.
I played 4 sports.
Yes, yeah.
I played football. I played basketball, baseball. I golfed. I ran tracks. I played about 6 sports when I was in high school. Not all at once, but
exactly. All the way to the bucket by Labakia. Nice.
The Red Sea just opened up for Labakia.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to stop her, so she said, "Okay, I'll take it to the hole."
I'll take it all the way. Again, freshman right there. So
58-37.
She and Belcher are both freshmen.
So you're saying the future is bright here at Clear Fork.
Yes. And that group were successful in junior high as well. So Coach Brokaw over at Lexington was their junior high coach. So,
That's our second team 6.
And she won a OCC championship with Lady Lex last year.
yep.
You know, with Lucas only having 7 players, you know, they have a solid 7 players that can play. It's just, you know, Clear Fork just with the numbers that they have able to run against them, it's tough.
Exactly, and that's the thing, and that's what Coach Sellers wants to do, and particularly when you're playing a team like Lucas that has the only 7 players. I mean, that's if you can rotate people in and just, you know, basically up tempo game and wear them out. You know, that's what you want to do. So. Labaki did the whole get. Oh, nice left hand there.
That was a nice move.
Yeah.
Labaki now with 4. 60-37. But for Lucas, when you have a couple players with the last name Grover, you know you'll have at least a couple competitors on there.
Exactly, yeah. And there's Shelby. She's been the player tonight for him. That's a nice turnaround bucket.
21 points for her now. But, you know,
21?
21.
Nice.
And now she gets
nice play by her sister
Jamie
there.
with the steal. Foul will be on
So
Labaki.
basketball-wise, they're the NBC, correct? Lucas is?
Yes, they are the
Yes,
Mid-Buckeye
right.
Conference.
Right. So that's Mansfield Senior, Crestline.
That's Mansfield Christian.
Mansfield Christian, that's right.
Crestline, Loudonville.
Kidron
Central Christian,
yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So Jamie Grover, 1-1. Got the first.
Nice form.
Lead back down to
That's
20.
her first points since the first quarter, isn't it?
It's, her first points since early on when they had the lead.
Yeah.
Second free throw, good.
Yep.
60-41. Under a minute to play.
Clear Fork just trying to get good movement now.
It'll stay with Clear Fork after the offensive rebound. Next up for the Lady Cubs. Saturday, they host Central Christian, who they beat 43-42 in the opener.
Okay.
As for Clear Fork, switch.
Nice 3 by Belcher there.
Her
Good
first
ball
points
rotation,
of the second
good ball
half.
movement.
Clear Fork will host Harding on Friday. And that'll do it from the Colt Corral. Your final score, Clear Fork 63, Lucas 41. We're going to take a break, be back with our player of the game, as well as the final stats. And to wrap things up, you're watching girls high school basketball live and free on the OH Report.
A1 Auto Sales Mansfield is driving excitement. You asked for it, you got it. A 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty on all vehicles. A local veteran-owned dealership caring about the community, providing quality vehicles at rock-bottom pricing. Cars, trucks, SUVs, and vans of all makes and models. No bones about it. Daisy the Doodle says thanks, A1 Auto Sales Mansfield, for making my first-time car buying experience simple. Located at 100 South Illinois Ave, A1 Auto Sales Mansfield is the dealership for you.
Watching high school basketball live and free exclusively on the OH Report. We are the future of local sports. Now back to your game.
Back here at the Colt Corral, where your final score tonight, Clear Fork 63, Lucas 41, as we take a look at the final stats. And just like the first half, it was all Lady Colts here in the second half. 25 total field goals, 6 threes, 7 of 12 from the line. Clear Fork, Lucas was 7 of 14.
Okay.
Rebounds 23 for Lucas, 5 offensive, but 36 rebounds for the Lady Colts. 12 of them came on the offensive end.
Yeah. That just, like I said earlier in the game, that there's two stats that I really concentrate on. It's points off of turnovers, and then points off of offensive rebounding in general. But if you can win the battle of the boards, and particularly offensive boards, and get those points, second-hand points off of rebounds, offensive rebounds, then that just really makes a difference. So.
So 21 turnovers each. Really,
Now again, even there, I think the difference was the points. Lucas couldn't convert, off of the Clear Fork turnovers, where I think Clear Fork converted off of the Lucas turnovers, and I think that was part of the difference there. So, I mean, unfortunately, no coach wants 20-some turnovers, but again, if you're gonna have that, the key is converting off of those turnovers. So,
and it was pretty much the same exact, like I said, the same story as the first half. 8 field goals for Lucas in the first, 8 in the second. 12 field goals for Clear Fork in the first, 13 in the second. 4 threes for Clear Fork in the first, 2 in the second half. So it was just, they kept with what they were doing, what they were successful with at the beginning, at the first half of the game. They pulled it off here in the second half, and they pull off the victory, 63-41. We're going to take one final break, a short one. We'll be back with our player of the game, Becca Conrad, right here, live and free on the OH Report.
A1 Auto Sales Mansfield is driving excitement. You asked for it, you got it. A 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty on all vehicles. A local veteran-owned dealership caring about the community, providing quality vehicles at rock-bottom pricing. Cars, trucks, SUVs, and vans of all makes and models. No bones about it. Daisy the Doodle says thanks, A1 Auto Sales Mansfield, for making my first-time car buying experience simple. Located at 100 South Illinois Ave, A1 Auto Sales Mansfield is the dealership for you.
Time now for our Mechanics Bank player of the game, and that is Becca Conrad, who really took things over for the Lady Colts, especially underneath. She finishes with a team-high 12 points, but something not shown out of these stats, her rebounding and her ability to pass it outside for the open look. A couple of those threes came off of that. First off, Becca, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And just take me through your game. I know early on you weren't able to play due to quarantine. It took you a couple of games to get back into the game shape, but how are you feeling now?
I feel good. It's definitely was weird sitting out the first few games, and then I sprained my ankle after one game, so I was out for another game, so it's nice to be back on a stretch of games.
I mean, it looks like when you're in there, the offense is really flowing because you draw so many defenders, especially when you have that height advantage. Just talk about your game in general, because not only are you able to get those offensive rebounds, score underneath, but you see the floor so well to kick it out for those 3-pointers as well.
Well, I always know when I have 2 people on me, then there's always like 1 person open, so I can always just pass it out if I'm not in a good position.
I know last couple years, 5-6 wins for your team total.
Yeah.
You're at 5-5 now. How are you guys feeling as a team? You're at 500, just about the midway point of the season.
We feel really good. We feel like we got a lot better this year, and we're definitely playing a faster game and being better teammates to each other and everything.
Now that you guys are able to finally play together for a few games, do you think you're starting to click?
Yeah. I mean, we were clicking like in the beginning and stuff, and now that everybody's back and everybody's like healthy now, we definitely play well together and everything.
All right, well, thank you very much, Becca. And like I said before we came back from the break, see, these were easy questions for you. You did fine. So thank you very much. Our Mechanics Bank player of the game, Becca Conrad, with a team-high 12 points. Thank you, Becca, as we bring Chris back into this. Chris, she's a game changer.
She is, and again, I know talking to Coach Sellers, she worked hard over the summer. He really helped her with her footwork, and he was telling me, we were talking a little bit about this, the upcoming season this summer and this fall. He would come watch our soccer games, and he said, she's going to be a difference maker. She's going to be a surprise to some people, and she's worked hard. And again, same thing. You can't coach 6'3" or 6'4", whatever she is, and if you use that height properly, you can be very effective. And particularly, again, when I say in the girls' game, you just don't see that many girls that are 6'3", 6'4", and again, she was, I think, part of what they worked with her is, one, when she has the ability to get the shot, she takes it. But if she is double teamed or triple teamed, she's well coached to turn and look for that open person, and particularly an open 3. And that's the best way to get an open 3 is when you work inside out. And Clear Fork's got 2 or 3 girls that can hit that 3 with Galco, with Christina, with Davis. So again, when that lineup is on the floor, she's got 3 options that she can look to, if she is double or triple team. So I think as she continues to improve that part of her game, Clear Fork's going to continue to get better. So,
all right, looking at individual scoring for this one, Lucas led by Shelby Grover, a game-high 21 points, looking like her sister Jessie, who is the all-time leading scorer at Lucas, but big playmaker tonight, just didn't get too much help.
Yep.
Kohler finishes with 7, her sister Jamie with 6. Callie Nolan with 5 points, Tori Harvey for 2 points. As for the Lady Colts, they finished with 4 in double figures, led by Becca Conrad's 12 points. Lydia Davis finishes with 11, Morgan Galco with 10, Pacey Crestino with 11. Labaki finishes with 4. Gottfried and Cook get into the scoring book with 2. Lily Wertman with 4. Score by quarter, 20-9 Clear Fork. They really took control after an 8-2 run to start by Lucas. From that point on, a big run made it 20-9 after 1. They won the second quarter 12-10 to extend their lead to 13 points. Third quarter, they really put it away, 18-11 to take a 50-30 lead. And then in the fourth quarter, it was pretty much garbage time.
Right.
They won 13-11 to finish off with the 63-41 victory.
Yeah, and all this, we talked about, I talked about that 3:22 mark in the third quarter when Shelby Grover went out of the game.
Yeah, it was a 13-point game.
Exactly,
it looked like Lucas was getting
Yep.
some of that momentum back, but then
Yep.
she had to take the seat. It was a 10-3 run by the Lady Colts that really put it away.
Yep. And then there's other 3 girls that were in double figures. There's the 3 I mentioned that are the beneficiary of kicking that ball out from Becca Conrad in the middle. So, yep. Nice
All right.
all-around game.
That'll wrap things up here from the Colt Corral. I'd like to thank everybody that helped make this game possible today. Max Sinatra, another great game behind the camera. BS Media Productions, Adam Thompson, Brian Skoronsky, Jory Hollenbeck, Garrett Parlett, Storm Blunchley for graphics, behind-the-scenes video, everything like that. Clear Fork High School for allowing us to provide the game tonight. Also, we'd like to thank A1 Auto, Mechanics Bank, and MWD Logistics. I think you know
Yes,
a
right.
little bit about them.
I do.
And most of all, we'd like to thank you, the fan, for watching today. And make sure to continue to watch all week. We have many more live streams coming your way. That'll do it.
Travis. Nice job.
Thank you, Chris. For Chris Locks, I'm Travis Berardi with your final score one final time. Clear Fork 63, Lucas 41. Lady Colts back to 500 at 5-5. So long, everybody.